Hey parents, Pastor John here. I just want to give you a heads up on a few things that are going on in the near future. I am going on vacation next week, and then the day that I get back from vacation, I'm hopping on an airplane to go to the Dominican so that we can do some research about missions trips that we would like to take your students on. So that being said, I'm away for the next 2 weeks. Levi is taking my place this coming week, and then Peter, a small group leader, is going to do the week after that. So look forward to those. We're actually going to tag Levi on at the end of this video, explaining what he's going to be teaching on. If your student is in junior high, you're going to be in Luke 15 this week, going through the parable of the prodigal son. That's what Ryan yelled to me out of his office just a minute ago. So look forward to that, read that, make sure you've studied up on that a little bit. Just a few announcements for you. Of course, we've got Wonder Jam coming up, so make sure you go on the website and sign up for that. You can actually make your payments right on the website now, and we'll get you put into the computer. So we're looking forward to Wonder Jam. Also on the website, you'll notice if you scroll down a little bit, I'm starting to put some articles up there so that I can partner with you as parents more effectively. They're just things that I've read that seem like they would make sense for parents to read. So go ahead and check those out. Also on the website, in the near future, our summer schedule will be put up, and the waiver form will be right on there so that you can get that, fill it out, and get it back to me. We've got a couple of things coming up this summer, so look for those. Also, we have VBS coming up this summer, and our youth program tends to be a great source of volunteerism for VBS. So if you've got a student and they're not doing a ton this summer, make sure that they sign up to volunteer for at least 1 week of VBS. Even if they're working, have them take 1 week off so that they can volunteer for this. One, it can go towards their volunteer hours for high school, and two, it's a great way to serve the Lord in the middle of the summer, and it's an awesome opportunity to share the gospel with little kids. So make sure you're looking for those, make sure you're reading the updates, make sure you're watching these vlogs. All right, love you, we're praying for you, have a good week, bye-bye.
Hello parents, this is Pastor John here. False. This is Pastor Levi here. Pastor John is going away on vacation, and I have the opportunity to share God's Word with our senior highs, and we wanted to let you know what we're going to be talking about because we're starting a new book of the Bible this week. We're entering into the book of Jude, and I'm going to be dealing with verses 1 to 7. And the main thrust of this text is Jude is warning the church that people have come into their midst who are false teachers. And they're not false teachers in the way that we normally think of false teachers, in that they're not up, proclaiming things like Jesus is not God or other heresies that we see the New Testament deal with. These teachers really deal with a form of antinomianism, which is against, and nomianism meaning law. They're against the law. And they're trying to teach the people that God doesn't care how we live, that we can live in sin and continue to call ourselves Christians. And Jude says, listen, this is very serious. He goes on to explain the warnings, the consequences of living this way. And so it's a heavy topic. And as we talk to our young people today, there are some really easy takeaways for us because this, as we go about our Sunday mornings in church and then we come to our youth group, there are always going to be people in our midst who try to convince us that God doesn't care when we persist in sin and when we live in rebellion to Him. And so the warning is, listen, beware that there are going to be people who try to teach you these things. They might not even say it. They might just be teaching you with the way they live their lives. So be on guard. But I'm going to leave them with Jude's encouragement that he begins his letter with. He tells them that the same God who has loved you and will continue to love you is the God who keeps you for Christ. And so He's going to guard us from these people who try to tempt us and lead us away. He's going to guard us from our own sinful desires, and we need to trust Him and rest in that, and yet we need to be diligent. And so that's going to be the takeaway for them. I'd encourage you as parents to read Jude. Just be ready. Maybe they want to come home and have a conversation with you, and so we want you to be prepared for that. Anyways, we thank you and we appreciate you, and pray for Pastor John as he's away on vacation, that he gets some rest, and we will continue to pray for you as you raise your kids. Thanks.